Hello, everyone. Welcome back again to Etihad Breaking. And welcome to those who are going to be with us in this news. Let's get started. As the Premier League season nears its decisive phase, Manchester City is gearing up for a crucial home clash against Wolverhampton Wanderers. With the title race intensifying and just a handful of games remaining, every point now carries added significance. This encounter is more than just another fixture. It's a defining moment that could shape the trajectory of City's season and test the resilience of a rejuvenated Wolves side. High stakes for Manchester City. Manchester City enters this matchup with one clear goal: secure maximum points to maintain pressure at the top of the table. Pep Guardiola's side has shown characteristic dominance in recent weeks, displaying a blend of control, intensity, and precision that has made them perennial title contenders. However, the Premier League's competitive nature ensures that even the most informed teams must stay alert against dangerous opponents like Wolves. City knows that a single slip-up can swing the momentum in favor of their rivals. The title race is a game of fine margins, and Guardiola has been quick to remind his squad that consistency and focus are paramount. With the stakes this high, every game is treated like a final, and the preparations have reflected that mindset. Intensive training ground. Preparations. At the Etihad campus, training sessions in the build-up to the Wolves game have been intense, structured, and meticulously designed. Guardiola and his coaching staff have focused on several key areas: tactical fluidity, defensive transitions, and final third efficiency. The sessions begin with technical drills to sharpen touches and ball control under pressure, followed by dynamic pressing exercises. Midfielders are put through rotational drills that test their decision-making and passing accuracy, while defenders focus on positioning and recovery runs. Guardiola, known for his attention to detail, has been seen frequently halting drills to correct body shapes and positioning, ensuring that every player understands his role inside and out. City's forwards, including Omar Marmoush and Jeremy Doku, have been working on movement patterns in the penalty box, with an emphasis on reacting to second balls and exploiting half spaces. Wingers like Doku and Jack Grealish have spent considerable time practicing one-on-one scenarios designed to unbalance Wolves' typically compact defense. Squad boosts and tactical choices. In a welcome boost, several key players have returned to full training. The defensive trio of Ruben Dias, John Stones, and Manuel Akanji are now fully fit, adding much-needed experience and versatility at the back. Goalkeeper Ederson has also recovered from a minor knock and has rejoined the squad, ensuring City has their first-choice shot stopper for this crucial encounter. In midfield, Kevin De Bruyne has looked sharp and confident, orchestrating drills with his usual authority. Alongside Rodri and Bernardo Silva, the Belgian playmaker will be central to City's game plan, especially in unlocking Wolves' defensive block. Guardiola is likely to stick with a fluid 3-2-4-1 formation, which morphs into a 4-3-3 when out of possession. This approach allows City to maintain control in midfield while creating overloads on the flanks. Expect to see inverted fullbacks stepping into central zones, with quick, diagonal passes breaking through Wolves' lines. Wolves' eye, another upset. Wolverhampton. Wanderers may not be in the title conversation, but they pose a real threat to City's ambitions. Under their current manager, Wolves have developed a resilient, organized style of play that relies on tactical discipline and quick transitions. Their victory against City earlier in the season remains fresh in the minds of both sets of players, and that result will give Wolves confidence heading into the Etihad. Their training sessions this week have reportedly focused on compact defensive structures and rehearsed counterattacks. Wolves are aware they'll likely see little of the ball, so their focus has been on staying compact, cutting off passing lanes, and breaking quickly when possession is won. Key to this approach will be the midfield partnership, likely featuring João Gomes and Mario Lemina, who will be tasked with disrupting City's rhythm. In attack, the pace of Hwang Hee-chan and the physicality of Matheus Cunha offer a direct threat, especially in transition. Set pieces could also be an avenue Wolves look to exploit, with their defenders providing aerial strength. Key battles to watch. This fixture is filled with intriguing matchups across the pitch. One of the most anticipated will be the midfield duel, Rodri versus Gomes. Rodri's calm, metronomic passing will be tested against Wolves' high-energy pressing. How well he copes will likely determine City's ability to dictate tempo. On the flanks, Grealish or Doku will be up against Nelson Semedo, a battle of trickery versus tenacity. In the final third, Marmoush will be marked closely by Max Kilman and Craig Dawson's likely replacement. Marmoush's movement off the ball will be critical, especially if Wolves sit deep and limit space. Another key duel could emerge between City's centre-backs and Cunha, whose ability to hold up play and link with midfielders will be essential to Wolves' counter-attacking game. Mentality and momentum. Guardiola has consistently emphasized mentality as a critical component in title races. His side has proven time and again that they can rise to the occasion, particularly in the business end of the season. City's experience in pressure situations could prove decisive, especially if the game remains tight heading into the final stages. Wolves, however, thrive in the underdog role. Without the pressure of expectation, they have the freedom to play with courage. Their results against the top six this season prove they're more than capable of springing a surprise. Predicted lineups: Manchester City 3-2-4-1, Ederson, Akanji, Dias, Vardiol, Rodri, Stones, Silva, De Bruyne, Foden, Grealish, Marmoush. Wolverhampton Wanderers 4-4-2, Sa, Semedo, Hillman, Totti, Aitnouri, Sarabia, Lemina, Gomez, Bellegarde, Cunha, Hwang. Final thoughts. This match represents more than just 3 points for Manchester City. It's a test of nerve, preparation, and execution. Against a Wolves side with nothing to lose and a point to prove, Guardiola's men must blend patience with precision, aggression with discipline. Wolves, on the other hand, will relish the opportunity to play spoiler. Their organization, coupled with their ability to break at speed, makes them dangerous in this kind of fixture. If they can withstand City's early pressure and grow into the game, a repeat of their previous upset could be on the cards. Whether it ends in a City triumph or a Wolves surprise, one thing is certain: the Premier League drama continues to deliver. And this showdown promises to be another compelling chapter. Let's continue with another news. Manchester City have a host of young players currently flourishing in their youth system. Players such as Divine Mukasa look set to develop into quality players in time. But while City's academy system keeps producing quality young prospects, the club continues to sign young players from all over the globe. One of those is young American wonder kid, Kevin Sullivan. The young attacking midfielder is set to join Manchester City when in 2027. But ahead of his arrival at the Etihad, the young midfielder is set to train with City this summer ahead of his arrival at the club in 2027. Kevin Sullivan will train with City this summer, according to a new report. Fabrizio Romano has reported via his official X account that Kevin Sullivan will train with Manchester City in July. Furthermore, Romano reports that the details are being worked on between Manchester City and Philadelphia Union. Lastly, Romano reports that Kevin Sullivan is regarded as one of the best young players in world football. It appears that Kevin Sullivan will start his journey with Manchester City early. Ever since he burst onto the scene, Kevin Sullivan has shown his prodigious talent. Due to his age, he has only been used sparingly by Philadelphia Union. But despite this, his prodigious talent and obvious potential are clear to see. Blessed with the ability to play as an attacking midfielder or on either wing, Sullivan has the game to one day blossom into a special player. What stands out in Sullivan's game is his exceptional technical ability. His dribbling ability and close control are elite for a player who is only 15 years old. Sullivan is also blessed with tremendous vision and the ability to pick out a pass. He has also shown exceptional tactical ability and an intelligence in his play that is well beyond his years. All told, Kevin Sullivan is one of the brightest prospects in the game. It will be some time before Kevin Sullivan arrives at Manchester City. As per Fabrizio Romano's report, he won't arrive at the club until 2027. But he looks set to get a taste of what it takes to play at Manchester City, which should set him up well for when he does finally arrive at the club. Let's continue with another news. Manchester City are already lining up a few transfer targets ahead of the summer transfer window opening on June 1st. Florian Wirtz and Morgan Gibbs-White have both been earmarked as potential replacements for the departing Kevin De Bruyne. That being said, City will have to splash the cash if they wish to land either, as the German is valued at £129 million, while Nottingham Forest are demanding £100 million for their star player. However, the citizens are also looking to strengthen at the back. Man City's search for a defender elsewhere, Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez is also reportedly emerging as a player Pep Guardiola wants to have at his disposal. He isn't the only fullback on City's radar, however, as a current Serie A star could be on the move to England. Mega money deals, controversial moves, and big-name flops. This is the home of transfer news and opinion across Football Fancast. In January, the Etihad side were keeping a close watch on Juventus defender Andrea Cambiasso, yet no move materialized back then. Fast forward a few months, and Guardiola is keen to follow through on this initial interest when the transfer window opens, according to The Sun, who state that City still want to acquire him this summer. Juventus appears to be closing in on a replacement for the Italian fullback, which could boost City's pursuit of the player this summer. A fee of around €60 million, £50 million, will be demanded by the old lady, one that is certainly affordable for the Manchester side. While Kerkez would be an ideal long-term option at left-back, Cambiasso has much more experience and has even enjoyed a better season from a statistical point of view than the Hungarian. Why Andrea Cambiasso would be a better signing than Milos Kerkez? Kerkez has enjoyed a wonderful campaign for the Cherries throughout 2024/25. And it is perhaps no surprise the likes of City and Liverpool are looking to test their resolve with an offer. Since joining from Genoa in 2022, Cambiasso has gone about his business steadily, but offers qualities at both ends of the pitch. Andrea Cambiasso vs Milos Kerkez this season. Stats per 90, Cambiasso Kerkez. Games 30, 29, 29. Goals 2 assists, 1-5. Touches 61.2, 59.1. Pass completion 92%, 80%. Key passes 1.0, 1.0. Dribbles 0.8, 0.6. Ball recoveries 3.6, 4.5. Tackles plus interceptions 1.9, 2.6. Clearances 0.6, 2.8. Duels 1, 3.1, 52%. 4.1, 53% via SofaScore. There isn't much between the two City targets, especially regarding attacking metrics, but the Italian does come out on top in a fair few. Indeed, when assessing data supplied via FBref, he has registered more shots per 90, 0.63 versus 0.51. Shot creating actions per 90, 3.41 versus 3.41, 2.26. Successful take-ons, 25 versus 20, and more goal-creating actions, 0.31 versus 0.27, than the Hungarian left-back this season domestically. Furthermore, the Juventus star has registered a higher pass completion percentage, 89.5% versus 75.2%, while winning a higher percentage of aerial duels, 37.5% versus 35.2% per 90 than the Bournemouth youngster. He was even dubbed world-class by European football expert Zach Lowy last season, and he could be the ideal fit for Guardiola at City. Another bonus is his ability to play either on the right or left side of the defense, giving the manager plenty of flexibility when choosing his side. That's something that the Cherries defender cannot offer. He is solely a left-back. Kerkez will no doubt go on to have an excellent future in the game. That there is no doubt. But at the current time, Cambiaso could very well be the best signing for the club as they head into a new era next season. Manchester City have struck gold on exceptional gem worth more than Kerkez City have hit the jackpot on a current academy graduate who is starring under Guardiola.